today we are going to be reviewing some Florence by Mills makeup products. We are actually so excited. We absolutely love the creator of the brand, so we just wanted to try out everything and see kind of what we think of everything. It is, I think, aimed towards the younger generation, which makes sense. She is younger. She's like 15, I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So of course this is for probably like high school students and stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that anybody can't use it. So we got the custom palette bundle. It is $66.60. It is regularly, if you bought all the products separately, it would be $74, so that's a 10% savings, so $7.40. So that comes with a skin tint, the concealer, a brow gel, and a cream blush. So we're going to be trying it all on for you, telling you all of our thoughts, and yeah, I hope you're excited.
All right, before we get started, we want to invite you to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you're notified each and every time that we upload, because we do a lot of fun stuff. We do makeup reviews, we do unboxings, and sometimes we'll throw in a challenge or something.
This is the Like a Light skin tint in the shade F020. It is just a skin tint, so it's not full coverage, which I'm not the biggest fan of skin tints, so I don't really use them very often. But I don't feel like this is a bad product.
It's
I
not.
feel like it's pretty good.
Like, I typically am gonna go for a very full coverage, and I typically, if I try something that's not a full coverage, it'll be a medium to full coverage. But this is like very sheer, very light coverage, and that's not what I'm used to. But it doesn't look bad.
I feel like it has pretty good coverage actually, because I have like some, not like acne that's like right now, but I get pigmentation from acne, and so I have a few spots that I feel like it covered up pretty well, not like amazingly well, obviously, but I mean, I feel like there's still a little bit of coverage than like more coverage than a skin tint.
Yeah, I think more coverage than a skin tint, but definitely I can see all of my freckles, all of my imperfections, you know, anything like that. But I mean, if you like a more sheer coverage, this is really good.
I will say it's very dewy. I feel like it doesn't blend the best. I mean, I don't know if you can tell on my skin.
I can.
It looks a little patchy.
Yeah, a little bit patchy.
And I don't know if that's because I applied it with a brush, but that's how I typically do foundations. So if it can't cooperate well with a brush, then like I'm just not going to use it, because I used to use a beauty blender, but then I
always use a beauty blender now.
I feel like a brush gives a more airbrushed finish, and sometimes I will go in with the sponge if it's not blending very well with the brush. I'll go in after with the sponge and kind of pat it out, and I did try that with this, and it still didn't work that well. So
yeah, I mean, there are a few places that on me didn't blend really well, but I mean, overall it blended pretty okay for me. So next we're gonna go with the concealer, which seems really dark for us.
Yeah, okay, so the shades, this is the second shade. It's the first shade that is a neutral undertone, which we typically go for a neutral undertone just because, like, as opposed to pink, like, we're pale skin, but like we don't have the pink. Every time I have like a pink undertone foundation, it looks absolutely ridiculous on me. Yeah, and then same with yellow tone. Right. So we always go with neutral. So this was the first neutral, which we thought, okay, that'll work out perfect.
And I mean, it's not terrible.
It's a little dark.
It's a little bit dark.
It's probably really good for me since I'm self tanned. But then there's the concealer, which it was what was it? The fourth. Or the third. It's the third. It's the third. So the first one is Fair with Golden, which I feel like probably would have been closer to the yellow. Then there's Fair with Beige and Pink.
Yeah.
And then the third one is FL025, Fair to Light with Neutral Undertone. So that's what we went with. But it looks darker than the foundation.
Dark.
So I'll show you the boxes. So here's the shades. They look very, very similar.
But the
concealer looks a little
bit
darker. And that scares me.
It does me too.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I think what I might do is I've brought down my e.l.f. And if this is too dark, then I'll try it without using something else just to see the coverage. But then I might use a different concealer to lighten it up.
I do actually like the little...
Yeah, the tip is really nice.
Yeah.
It actually doesn't look too dark.
I'm really surprised.
Yeah, I am too. That's weird. It's so wet.
It is very wet.
It's very, very, very liquidy, which I don't know if I'm a fan of, because that I feel like means creasing.
Mm-hmm.
The coverage is pretty good though.
It is. I mean, I'm gonna say
The coverage is probably a medium coverage though. I wouldn't necessarily say full.
I would say close to medium, but not quite medium.
Some of my dark circles still like peek through.
Yeah, mine too.
Alright, so I have to set, otherwise I'm gonna start getting
Yeah.
creasing, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I just have a little concoction of some Coty Airspun and the AOA $1 Shop Miss A powder.
Next we're doing the cheek color. It is a cream cheek color. You can also use this on your lips. Very, very, very pretty color. It is the shade Glowing G. So we are going to try to do that before we set our whole face.
Okay, so I just got a little bit on my finger. I'm just gonna tap it. Oh my. Cream blushes and stuff really freaking scare me. And
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do me
know.
too.
I don't know why.
Because you can pick up so much pigment, so much color.
It's actually not bad.
It is not bad, but it's picking up a little bit of the foundation right here.
I didn't have necessarily trouble with that. I mean, my foundation was already like very patchy on this side. For some reason, this side looks better than this side. But
not bad.
This side looks really, really good. This side is just not
There's
looking
always
good.
a better side. There's always
But I feel like patchiness should be like
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's gonna be patchy on this side, it should
Symmetrical.
be- yeah.
But
So-
it's not always like, you always have like a side that doesn't want to cooperate as well.
Yeah.
I do.
So I'm kind of into the blush. It's not bad. It's like, I mean, it's a cream blush.
Right.
I mean, I'm not used to using. I feel like a lot of these products, I'm just like, they're newer products to me. Like, I've heard of cream blushes and skin tints and all that. It's just not my cup of tea. I like full coverage. I like, I don't go for natural most of the time. So, yeah. Next is the Tinted Brow Gel in the shade Honey. And we're going to have to kind of take turns with this because we only got one. Oh, I was holding it I was holding it thinking this would be
Oh.
the
wand?
I mean, and then this is.
So there's like less product than what
I
you
thought
think.
for sure it would be the other way around.
I would have thought that
this
too.
would be the product in here because this is where all the information is, and you would think, okay, that's going to be the one, or the one is, you know.
Yeah.
But no, like that's so weird. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna try it on one eye and then let you try it and see what you think. So this is a good product if all you want is a tint and to set your brows, but something that I look for, and maybe some of you look for in a brow, is something that has like fibers that adds to your brow. I don't know why I'm like super into that, but I'd rather have that than to just set my brows. So it's a good product, but it's not what I like.
It is a good product. It did pretty well with covering, but I don't think it's necessarily for me because, do you see how it's really shimmery?
Mm-mm.
You don't see the real kind of intense shimmer right in there?
Maybe.
Like
I
I'm
don't
seeing
see shimmer in mine.
I'm seeing shimmer, and for me being mature, I'm not liking the shimmer part of it. It did cover.
I think you really have to look for it though. I don't feel like it's
I don't know. I feel like it's popping out like
Okay.
pow, like
See,
glittery.
I didn't even notice it. Like looking in, so I have a double-sided mirror, and I look in just like my normal. You look in, you're like zoomed
Yes.
in.
Mine is magnetized, like super magnetized, and so maybe that's why I'm seeing it.
Yeah, if you're just like looking at it, I really didn't even notice it. Like mine doesn't even look that shimmer. Like I notice it. No, I have that too on mine, and I looked at it and I do notice it, but it's not like, it's not noticeable really.
I don't know if somebody, I can actually see it a little bit.
Because you know it's there.
Because I know it's there.
You know it's
But if
there.
somebody is like talking to me or something, I mean, are they gonna notice that I have shimmery eyebrows
No.
and think, oh my gosh, she's like way too old to be having shimmery eyebrows?
I don't think so. I don't really think it's even noticeable. I only think you notice it because you're so, like, you see so up
So close.
So we're going to do lips now with the cream blush and lip cream. You can use it for both.
Right.
I'm sure you could probably use it on the lids. I'm sure you could
probably
find
do a
multiple
whole
uses
bunch
for
of
it.
stuff.
So I'm just gonna use my finger.
And I'm gonna try it with a brush. So I have a little bit more. I'm gonna kind of outline my lips with the brush, and then maybe I can go back with my finger. I did try to build it up, but I can see where this would be great for like a younger generation where they're just sort of, you know, starting out with makeup and, you know, put this on and it's just a kind of a real light color and stuff.
Yeah.
It feels good. I mean, it feels
really
really
creamy,
silky.
yeah. I like the idea of being able to kind of create a monochromatic look with it. So you can do the same cheek color, lip color, and then possibly even use it on your eyelid. And then that way, I love that look. I really do. I don't do it very often, but whenever I do, I'm really into it. So I like the idea of doing that, and it is a nice product. I think on the cheeks it wears very nicely, and I think on the lips it looks very nice. So, and I wonder if it actually like kind of stains your lips, like a lot of cheek colors do that. So I don't know.
We'll have to kind of see, like, as we wear it, you know, how it wears throughout the day and things like that. Also, like how the foundation and concealer and everything else wears to kind of see, you know, what our final thoughts are.
Yeah. So we're actually going to finish up our look. So add some bronzer, do our eyes, stuff like that off camera, and we'll come back and share a few final thoughts with you guys. Maybe it will not work with some of our products. Maybe it will. Who knows? So we will be right back.
Check back. Yep.
So we kind of have our final thoughts.
Yes.
We kind of know what we would recommend and what we wouldn't. So as for the foundation, I think that the foundation is probably good for any age. I don't know about any skin type. If you have acne prone skin or if you have very oily skin, I could almost see this breaking apart on someone oily.
Yes.
Just because it's a very dewy foundation in itself.
Yes.
I think that if you need a lot to cover, like if you have age spots, sunspots, acne, any of that, it's not going to cover that.
No.
So I think anybody who's looking for a skin tint or looking for a lighter coverage, this would work for you.
It is really good if you're not looking for something that's really full coverage or even medium coverage, because it doesn't cover a lot. I can still see all my freckles. I can still see the little age spot that's right there. But I mean, it really covered very well, and it kind of, you know, evens out your skin tones,
but
like that.
as to cover anything, it's not going to do that.
No. Concealer. I was not a huge fan because it doesn't cover up as much as I want it to, like dark circles, fine lines, things like that. Definitely, if you don't have dark circles, if you don't have fine lines, it's a really good concealer.
So basically for the younger generation.
For the younger generation.
I have, like, even me at 21 now, I still, like, I have dark circles, and it doesn't matter how much water I drink or whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much sleep I get, anything like that. I'm still gonna have some, like, darkness, and I need that covered. Like, I want that covered. So,
too.
So as for the cream blush, I think this is probably my favorite product out of the whole thing. I think that it's a really good cream blush. I don't think that it's a cream blush to be scared of.
No.
I've definitely come across some blushes that are, like, very pigmented, and you put it on and then it doesn't blend out, or it stains immediately, and then you try to blend it out but it's already stained. So it's just obviously not going to move, and at that point your only choice is to build it up to the match. So I've definitely tried some that are terrible, and
this one was really
pretty good. Like,
and I think for any age group, from the younger generation all the way to, like, way older than me, I think, because it's kind of funny how different generations like different things.
Right.
And I know a lot of women who are actually older than me, cream blush has been around. Like, I think that's the way blush actually started. It started as a cream and not as a powder. And so a lot of the older generation, they still kind of want to grab a cream and use that. But I think, because I've seen a lot of creams here recently, I think that cream is kind of coming back around. And it's really, this was sold as a cream blush and also lip. That's the good thing about cream blushes, is they can be used on the lip as well.
Yeah, they can be used in many different ways.
So, I think this product is genius. So, the brow. I was not a huge fan of this. I think, it did okay covering. It still kind of looks just a little bit patchy. But when I saw all the shimmer, I was like, yikes. Not for me.
I think that you kind of have it in your mind now, just because you saw it so up close. I feel like nobody would really notice it.
Maybe so. So, I think if you like a brow brush, to put, like, the product on, I think that this is pretty good. It did obviously, bring out my brows. I don't think it's a bad product. It's just
if you do purchase it, just beware that there is a little bit of shimmer.
There is a little bit of shimmer.
That's the only thing we can really say.
So try to go a little bit, like, I really kind of went in heavy-handed, I think, right in here, and that's when I went, shimmer on my brows. Overall, I think this is a really good, like, makeup set.
Yeah,
and I
think so too.
Love the fact, like, if you guys are fans of Stranger Things,
the creator, it's Florence by Mills, so it's Millie Bobby Brown, which she plays 11, and we love Stranger Things.
Love.
So I was excited whenever I saw that she had come out with her own, like, skincare and makeup, and I was like, we have to test this out. Like, we're reviewing it. So
exactly.
Here we are.
But I just think it's so cool that she's got her own little line. She's a pretty fabulous little girl, so.
Alright, so we are going to have a few videos linked over there that you might want to go check out, and we'll have our subscribe button right down there, so you can go ahead and subscribe to our channel. So until our next video, bye!